How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the PO3 Bootcamp. If you don't know me, I'm Jack Trades. If you've already seen the other videos, then welcome back. But I'm going to continue doing this PO3 Bootcamp, pushing out at least 2 of these a week. So stay tuned for those. I'm pushing out a ton of free value in this. So if you haven't watched the previous ones, go back and watch those. But this video is going to be a little bit different than the other ones. I do want to mix in some psychology and risk management stuff because I do believe truly that is the key to going from a break-even trader to a profitable trader. As you guys may know, many strategies work. Okay, there's not one magical solution to turning profitable, right? I have friends who trade supply and demand and they're profitable. Friends who trade EMAs, regressions, they're profitable. And people who trade the PO3 like me are also profitable. Now, one thing that we all have in common is the way we think about probabilities and risk to reward. And that begs the question that we have here. Focus on winning what and not. Okay, so we really want to be focusing on winning the month and not the day. Okay, focus on winning the month and not even the day or the week. Okay. Pretty much your job as a trader is to basically tell if you're profitable, right? Now, how are you ever going to do that if all you're trying to do is get stuck on winning every single day, having the highest win rate possible, okay? That's not going to turn you profitable. What is going to turn you profitable is paying attention to your risk to reward and going back after a month of logged and tracked data to see if you are profitable with that specific risk to reward model. Okay. Now, winning the month is not necessarily a difficult thing to do unless it is a absolutely baffling, difficult month of price action. Okay. But again, with my strategy, for example, in the last, year and a half, I've had around a 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 risk to reward. Now, of course, I have outliers that are closer to 1 to 7, 1 to 8. I have ones that are even sometimes lower than a 1 to 2 on a month of, iffy price action. But on average, it has lied around a 1 to 2, closer to a 1 to 3. Okay. Now, I have had months where I have had over an 80% win rate. Okay. And I have had months where I was under a 50% win rate. Okay. For me, with my average risk reward, I have remained profitable even on those bad months. Okay. So again, don't get too caught up in losing the trades or losing the day, or maybe there's a week where the economic calendar only gives you the opportunity to trade, one time that week, and that one trade is a loss. You don't have to go and try and force entries to make that back. All you care about is winning the month, and you will see focusing on this is going to tell yourself that you're profitable. You no longer have to go searching and have people tell you for you. You can go back and see for yourself. 1 month of data, okay, boom, 50% win rate, I was profitable. 2 months of data, boom, again, I was profitable. Okay, now I can start really going after prop firm challenges and trying to tackle my payouts. Okay, so again, with this comes tracking your data, but this is the most important statement that you guys have to focus on, and I'll edit it right here. So if you guys do journal every day, which hopefully you should, if you're tracking your data, you should be also journaling your emotions and writing down those rules. I want you guys to do this for at least 30 days. Write this down somewhere in your journal, somewhere where you're going to see it, not just in your little, writing down my emotions. I want you to have a whole section in your journal just for writing this down in big, bold letters. Okay. I really cannot stress enough how important this statement is. Okay. Now that comes to figuring out, okay, what is my risk to reward? How am I going to be profitable using this cheat sheet? Now, I'm sure all of you have probably seen this cheat sheet already. If you're a beginner, maybe you haven't, but if you've been trading for a while, this might have been one of the first things that you have ever seen. Okay. Now, this is super important because you have to keep track of this. If you don't know your average risk to reward, then honestly, you're lost and you're still not going to know if you're profitable or not. But some people like to do it fixed. I don't like to do it fixed because a lot of my stop loss and take profit placement really does depend on the trade and the market conditions. There are trades where I will set a take profit of over, say 700 to 1,000 ticks, and there's others where I will only go for 200 ticks. So it really depends for me for the PO3 strategy. So I don't like to keep it fixed, but I do have a couple of students right now actually that do keep it fixed, and they're seeing great results with it. And when they keep it fixed, they trade a 1 to 2. Okay. Anything higher than that, if you're not already profitable, again, it depends on the type of person you are. If you can handle losing pretty frequently, then yes, you can go higher. You can go to like a 1 to 4 or a 1 to 5. But mentally, like pretty much 90% of traders, we can't handle that. Okay. We are emotional beings. We cannot see our profits run for that long and then get stopped out. So what a lot of people do is at least a 1 to 2. That's kind of what I would like to, keep my median at if I was just starting to do this. Okay. Now, with that comes, obviously, you don't have to trade every day because all you care about is winning the month. If you only get 10 trades on the month, well, hopefully you have at least, 4 wins on that. Now, again, like I said, if you have a 40% win rate with a 1 to 2, dude, you are profitable on the month. Okay. Now, if it's super low, if it's, closer to like 37%, then there's a chance you probably aren't taking a payout profitable. But again, if you're really putting in the work and you are sticking to your rules and sticking to your model with a 1 to 2, especially with the PO3, you're likely going to have closer to a 50 or 60% win rate. For example, my average this month was closer to a 1 to 3, and we ended up with a 65% win rate, everything live traded in January. And just to show you guys, January was not a great month for price action. I mean, go ask anyone else in the trading community. Not many people had, the best month in January, okay? But even in a month that was a little shaky for price action, maybe we didn't get that many opportunities, we were still able to secure over a 60% win rate, which is deep in profit, not even close to being unprofitable, which at a 1 to 3, you pretty much have to, have less than a 30% win rate, which, to be completely honest, thinking in probabilities, that's relatively tough to do, okay? If you guys gave a literal gorilla a buy or sell button, odds are they're probably not going to be under a 30% win rate, okay? Just look at the statistical side of things. Switch your mind to think in probabilities and really stop trying to force that dollar amount. Stop trying to force that payout or pass that account. All you want to do is take a month, okay? Take 1 month, track your data, stick to your rule set, and see what happens. If you're still not profitable, then the problem lies elsewhere. And by tracking that data, you can likely find that one problem, okay? That's why you do it. So again, I just urge all of you to really start tracking your data and focus on winning the month, not the day or the week, okay? Now, a losing month is possible, but again, then you have 12 more months. So again, this is pretty much the most important time frame to switch your mind to thinking in. Who fucking cares if someone else in your Discord took 3 winning trades today and you didn't take any, or you took a loss? Doesn't matter. I mean, odds are they're not tracking their data and you are. So even if they took 3 wins on a day and made 7%, you could still very well come out the month more profitable than they are. Okay. So don't get caught up in the FOMO of seeing other people take trades that you didn't deem, worthy of your setup. But yeah, again, this video was kind of just to break down psychology and give you guys something to think about. Again, put this cheat sheet in your mind, put it in your journal somewhere, and look at that after you take every single trade and just realize, dang, I lost. Okay, but my risk to reward was a 1.25. If I take on average a 1.25, it's okay if I lose a couple trades, okay? You don't need to be the best trader. Now, when you do have an exceptional month where you have, 80, 90% win rate, something like that, you're going to take a gigantic payout, okay? So don't focus on trying to be, the best trader. We all have an edge. The best we can do is use it to our best ability. We're not in control of the market. We can just do our best to predict it. So just realize that this is a game of probabilities, and with the correct edge, like the 10 a.m. PO3, it can make it very easy to follow your rules. Again, that's a reason I trade PO3. It makes it easy to follow my rules because it's time-based. I don't have to overtrade. I know if I don't get this one trade, I'm not taking anything the rest of the day. So again, having a strategy like that really helps. So again, I truly do urge you, if you're just here for the psychology aspect of it, trying to make yourself from a break-even trader to a profitable trader, go back and start from the beginning of this boot camp. I think it's going to help you a ton. Again, I'm dropping as much free sauce as possible over these next couple of months. I plan on making this, 30, 40, even 50 episodes. So again, twice a week, stay tuned for this. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments or ideas of what you might want to see next. Something about the PO3 strategy that might confuse you. I've done a lot of stuff on daily bias already, but let me know what you guys want me to dive into next in this series. I do have some stuff planned, but as always, I am happy to help you guys with specifically what you need. Again, if you do want to watch me live trade and get access to all of my resources for completely free for an entire week, then just click that first link in the bio. That's going to get you into the Discord, completely free trial. So don't know how much longer I'll be doing that, but again, I do plan on doing this boot camp. So if you haven't watched the previous episodes, go watch that, and make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you don't miss the next one. Again, let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to see you guys in the next video and hopefully in the Discord. Peace.